5 common van life myths. If you'd like to know about it, stay tuned. Let's get started. I'm Missy, and this is Jake and me Van Life, and we welcome you to our channel. Jake's my cat. He's in the van right now. He'll be out here, I'm sure, anytime now. I meet so many people, and I love it. They come up to me, they talk to me, they want to see my van. The number one question first I'll hear is, do you live in that all the time? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact, and I love it. And here comes the questions. Myth number 1. Well, I work, I can't just quit working and go off and ride into the sunset. I've actually heard that before, actually more than once, without the sunset, but one time with the sunset in the comment. Or it's, well, I'm going to retire in a couple years, so I've been thinking about it. Well, you don't have to be retired to do this. You can work on the road. So the truth of this matter is, the fact is, you can work and live in your van. I know several traveling nurses. I know one traveling doctor, although I'm sure there's many more. I just know one. I know mechanics who travel the country. They go from place to place, especially the places like Arizona where people go for the winter. They know they're out there with motorhomes and vans and so on, and you see them all the time. They're living out of their vans, and they have tools in a little trailer behind them, and they go around fixing vehicles and vans and motorhomes and whatnot. So don't let that myth stop you. It is a myth. You can keep it a myth in your heart, or you can continue listening to this for the other form of myths that I hope will help you. Myth number 2. Well, if I'm going to do van life, I have to have one of those really pretty vans. I've been looking at them, We're talking the ones that are over 100,000, and there's some out there 150 to 200,000. Well, do you really need it, or do you want it? If you want it and you can afford it, by all means, go for it. They're gorgeous. My goodness, they have marble countertops, big screen TVs, electric this, electric that. It's amazing what I've seen out there. But you don't have to have that. My van, certainly, my ProMaster didn't cost over $100,000, wasn't even close. Another option is you can get an older van, which there's probably more older vans out there on the road that have been redone and rebuilt inside to accommodate them to live in it. So you can get an older van for just a few $1,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. I knew somebody that got one for $2,500. So there's an option right there for you. So that's myth number 2. Number 3. Oh, I'm going to have so much more money now that I'm not going to have to pay rent or a mortgage and all those expenses that go with that. Truth. Truth number 4. Or is that 3? Oh, 3. That's 3. Sorry, folks. You might be able to, if you already have plenty of income every month. I mean, lots of income. I don't. I'm on Social Security disability, and I don't make much money at all. But guess what? I'm living this lifestyle, and I'm loving every minute of it. Every minute of it. So here's the thing. You have to have a budget if you're going to do this lifestyle. Why? Because you're going to have tires, brakes, maintenance on the van. Every time I'm traveling and I go back home after 2 months, I get an oil change and my tires rotated. I just got an alignment done last month. So you see, these expenses can run up. You also have your van insurance. I'm paying on a van warranty policy every month. It's not expensive. It's less than $100 a month, but that's an expense. What about your cell phone expense? There's all kinds of expenses. I'm paying medical bills, hospital bills. So no, you're not going to get rich if you're not already making enough money that you can save up anyhow. So if you haven't been able to save any money living in your house or your apartment, it's not going to be any different this way. It's just going to be spent differently. Okay. Truth number 4. I need all that gear. I'm going to have to spend some money to get my van equipped up. Truth number 4 is, no, you don't. Trust me, I made the mistake. I bought a whole bunch of crap that it looked cool and I was sure I was going to use it. Well, guess what? I've already given it away to Goodwill or Arc Thrift Store back in Colorado. And every time I go back home after 2 months on the road, I clean out my van and get rid of stuff that I'm not using or haven't used in 6 months or a year. They're gone. So you don't need all that gear. In fact, I would highly recommend you wait until you've been doing van life at least a few months, because you'll start figuring out things that you know you're going to have to pick up, or something that would make your life easier and it's affordable. Well, that's different because now you're living the lifestyle and you know what you need. Well, here's the last one. Myth number 5. And this is probably one I hear most often after number 1 of quitting your job, that they have to quit their job to do this. Here's myth number 5. Like I said, it's, I'm scared of going solo. I can't do this. I'd have to have people all the time caravanning. I just can't do it alone. I have a very good friend who will not go and do this van life alone. She will meet up with friends. Now, she's okay meeting up, going there, but she won't camp by herself. And I understand that. I was terrified when I started doing this. I mean, terrified. I was certain I'm going to get murdered. I even told my kids and grandkids, I said, well, if I don't come back home, I've been murdered, so start looking for me. Well, guess what? I feel safer doing this than I did in my apartment. I was getting scared at different times, things happening around my apartment or in the garage, parking garage, going from there to my apartment. That was scarier. So you do some basic common sense. For truth number 5, here's your common sense. You don't have to be scared. I carry pepper spray gel. I have a blowhorn, that they use on boats. It's super loud. It about breaks your eardrum. And I also have something that's probably controversial. If you watched my other video about 5 critical things you need before you start a road trip, I highly recommend you watch it. But the controversial thing is I have a taser baton, and I love it. Okay. I don't know why taser guns are so controversial with some people. They just hear it and they're like, ah! But I don't. So this is my taser gun. You see this little strap? If someone's trying to break in your van or scaring you, you put the strap on, and the reason you do that is because once you're going to use your taser gun for protection, if by some chance that person gets it out of your hand away from you, this is pulled and they can't turn it on. It won't work. So that right there is a safety precaution. All right. Mine also comes with a horn. It's not loud because I got to charge it. Comes with the flashlight and the taser itself. That's what scares people. You probably wouldn't even have to use it, because as soon as they hear on the other side of the door and someone's trying to break in and you go at the door, I got a taser, leave now or I'm calling the police. You got nothing to be worried about. And quite honestly, in the 2 years I've been doing this, I've never had anybody try to break into my van. I've never been bothered like that of a break-in. I have had knocks on the doors. I'm going to do a video about my knocks on the doors because I've gotten real good at getting knocks on the doors. However, this trip has made me learn some new tips and things on stealth parking that I don't have to worry about that knock on the door. Well, I hope this has helped you. I wish I had seen one of these when I was getting ready to look for my first van, or my only van. I love my van, Roxy. But these are things that I have come across that people have the most common myths about van life. So I hope it's helped you. If you have a question, write it down in the comments. So here's the thing. I know y'all know all about like, subscribe, comment. So I have very, very, very few people who will comment or hit like. And I know it's common, but since I've been doing videos, any video I watch, I always hit like and whatnot, because I know how important those are for the algorithm. So if you got a second, just hit like on this if you like the video. And if my material seems to be something you'd be interested in, why not subscribe? You don't have to hit notifications to be notified every time, so it wouldn't bother you. But if you want to be notified, hit the little bell. It'll tell you every time I come out with a new video. So I average 2 or 3 videos a week, and I welcome you to join up here, subscribe, and I will see you down the road. Until our next video, you folks take care, and thanks for joining Jake and I on Jake and Me Van Life. Bye-bye now.